Hello, thanks for watching today's video. In this video I'm going to show you my current makeup look, and the first thing I'm going to use is this face mask from the brand Mudmasky. I really like to use this mask for if I have a special day and I want to make sure that my foundation looks as best as possible. There's something about this mask that it really tightens my skin and somehow my foundation looks so much better. I use it like once in a week or if I have a special event. So I let it sit on my skin for around 10 minutes and then I'm going to wash my face, and it just leaves me with a very fresh feeling. My skin feels really tight, and like I said, my foundation just applies so much better, and my foundation looks better for a longer time, if that makes sense. Now for my skin, I'm going to use this face mask from Bobbi Brown, the Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which is one of my favorite face creams ever. It just makes my foundation look really flawless and more natural. Then to prime my skin, I'm using the Porefessional from Tarte Cosmetics, and I apply this like around my T-zone. Now I'm going to mix two foundations. Well, the same foundation but two shades. I will put the names in the description bar. This is the Decay All Nighter foundation. It's a very full coverage foundation. It's one of my favorite ones, and it's really nice for if you have oily skin. I do have to say my skin is a bit drier than normally, but during the day my skin always gets oily and I just really like this foundation. Now to conceal my face, I'm using the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand or Light Medium. I'm not sure. I'll put it down in the description bar. I'm going to blend this in using a wet beauty blender. I feel like with applying concealer, this gives me like the best natural finish. It really blends in nicely into the foundation. Then to set my concealer, I'm going to use this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm mixing the shade Vanilla and Banana together, and with these powders I'm just going to set all the places where I just applied some concealer. This is my favorite powder for setting my concealer. I'm using it for so long, but if you have like a favorite powder, let me know in the comments. Then I'm going to apply some eyeshadow primer. I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is my favorite all time. I'm using a lot of products which are like my favorite products because this is my go-to makeup look. And of course, for my go-to makeup look, I'm using only my favorite products. I think that's like kind of normal. So then I'm going to set my under eye and my eyelid as well to make sure that everything stays in place. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera. If you want to see how I do my eyebrows, check out my previous video. And for today's video, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which is one of my favorite go-to palettes. And I'm taking this light brown shade and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. And I'm just going to blend it all over in my crease. I'm taking my Sigma E40 brush and I'm just going back and forth. I want this shade to be everywhere. This is my go-to makeup look, so sometimes I'm in kind of a rush and I just blend this really quickly, like from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm not even that precise. For this video, I try to put a little bit more effort, but like when I'm in a rush, I don't really spend a lot of time on this. Then I'm going to use this yellow shade, and I don't think I've ever used this shade in a video. I'm not really sure, but I just wanted to try out something different, and I just felt like this shade is so gorgeous. If you look at it in the palette, it doesn't really scream my name. It's not a shade that I would use normally, but somehow it looks so pretty on the eyelid, so it became one of my favorite shades. Then I'm going to use this shade, which is like, it has kind of the same undertone, but it's darker. So I'm kind of trying to mainly press this in my outer V and then blend it upwards towards my crease, just to darken it up a little bit more, but still trying to keep that same undertone of this shade there, if that makes sense. And the brush that I'm using right now is the Sigma E25. Now I switched to a tinier brush, which is the Morphe M506, just because this is tinier and easier to use for underneath the lower lash line. Then I'm picking up a little bit more of that shade and blending a bit more of that in the crease area. Picked up a tinier brush because I wanted to work a bit more precise. Then I'm using that yellowy mustardy shade, using a blending brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and just blending this underneath the lower lash line. Then I'm taking this Chrome Crystal from Natasha Denona, and I think I've mentioned this in my favorites video. This is just such an amazing product. I use it every day off camera just because it's just amazing. If you ever like see Natasha Denona in a store, check out these, swatch them on your arm and look how gorgeous these are. I feel like my camera doesn't even do justice on how gorgeous these glitters are, but if you like when the sun hits your eye, it just looks amazing. So I applied a line of eyeliner and I'm going to smudge it out using a Sigma E21 brush, using a dark brown shade. I wanted to have a little bit eyeliner above the lash line, but not to be very harsh, so that's why I'm using this brown shade. Now for the waterline, I'm going to use this soft kohl pencil from Zoeva in the shade Karnat, and I'm using this for in my waterline to brighten it up. I don't always do this like on a regular base, but if I have some extra time, I apply it in the waterline. I'm curling my lashes. Then for my mascara, I'm going to use the Tarte Cosmetics Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. And for my fake lashes, I use my Annytude Puffy eyelashes. I will put the name in the description bar where you can get them. These are my go-to lashes. They are really easy to apply and they have a very thin lash band. Now for my face, I'm going to use the TheBalm Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Oskar. And this is a very nice bronzer they have recently launched. This is like a new product from TheBalm, and I really like the shade Oskar that I'm using right now. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's just like a perfect shade that you can use to contour your face, but you can use it to bronze your face as well. I'm really liking it and it's really easy to blend on the skin. Now to line my lips, I'm going to use this lip pencil from MAC Cosmetics in the shade Oak. This is a very gorgeous shade. It's like a nude color with a brown undertone. I feel like it suits with a lot of nude lipsticks. So if you're searching for a nice color that you can use with your nude lipsticks, Oak is really pretty. Also, I really like the shade Strip Down. I think those two are like my favorites. Then on top of that, I'm going to use this Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Virgin. And this is a very pretty soft pink shade. These are like almost the shades that I tend to go for. I really like shades that are nude with a soft pink undertone. Let me know what your favorite liquid lipstick color is, if there's a shade that you feel like I really need to check out. I'm really curious. Now for my blush, I'm going to use the MAC Peaches blush, which is my go-to blush. I'm using it for a very long time. Even the packaging broke because I have been really wild with it, I guess. But I really need to stock up on a new one. But this is a really pretty color. It has like a peachy undertone, and I think it will suit a lot of people. Then I'm going on top of it with this Milani Milani Luminoso blush, which has the same undertone but more of a sheen, and I feel like it looks really pretty on the skin. Then for my highlighter, I'm going to use this X Amrezy highlighter in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Such a gorgeous champagne colored highlighter, and I feel like when you apply it on the skin, it gives a very natural highlighting finish, if that makes sense. It just really melts in the skin and it doesn't really lay on top of it. So now I'm going to use some setting spray, and I just used a towel on top of my hair because the last time I used setting spray, it like all sprayed on top of my hair and it made my hair feel really dirty and tacky, and I don't want that to happen again because I just washed my hair. So I'm going to spray it using this towel to like cover my hair, and this is just a really easy trick to avoid that. I'm going to like try to make it dry, remove the towel, and then here you have the end result. So this is my go-to makeup look. I have worn this very often. So if you were wondering like what makeup I was wearing in my Instagram story or Snapchat the last couple of weeks, this is it. I really hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did. This will be really helpful for my YouTube channel. For my next video, which is going up on Tuesday, I have a very exciting announcement. I'm going to reveal my very first brand collaboration, which will also launch that day. So I really hope to see you in my next video on Tuesday. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!